So one of the topics that I have been thinking of doing a video on, and I have received a few queries on this via DM and mail, and I thought that I'll face this topic one of these days. And I thought that it's the right time for doing is that, say for example, a practitioner picks up a small sadhana. Okay, he either hears it from someone or his guru gives him, a particular sadhana to do, or rather his mentor. I would not say guru. Any of his mentors gives him some kind of a sadhana to do, um, and suddenly there is a spate of bad luck that happens to him, to that practitioner. Okay, so why does that happen? Why? Because everyone feels that we do a particular spiritual ritual, then all things should go correct and right and smooth, and life should be without any mundane challenges. So, in a situation like this, first of all, what do we do? I will come to that at the last part of the video. Why it happens, I'll come to the first part of the video. Now, why such sudden spate of bad luck happens to people, even if it's not about, like you've taken some ugra devatas and doing some sadhana of some ugra devatas. I'm sure we all know by this time what is an ugra devata and what is a soumya devata. So, or if you don't know, then probably I will cover that at a later stage. But generally, considered, all kind of Martian devatas. Okay, all our devatas are Martian, but amongst the range of deities that we have, the ones which are more aggressive kind of deities are considered Ugra devatas, and the ones which are more, towards the auspicious Shanti type, those are considered more of the Soumya devatas. Anyway, so even if a Soumya devata sadhana has been picked up, or like a mantra japa or a homa, etc., then why does there is a sudden triggering of or an onslaught of bad luck also that starts coming in? So first of all, we have to understand that what is the reason that you are doing this sadhana. If you have taken to do a sadhana with a sankalpa in mind, saying that I am going to do this for a particular aim, okay, for a particular aim. Now, this particular aim could be very specific, like for example, getting a job, getting a promotion, or getting good health, or whatever. Now, these kind of very selfish, or rather I would say self interest motivated sadhanas, or have very specific rituals and practices to follow. A failing of any of this, or a mistake in any of this very specific goal oriented sadhanas can lead to um, trouble. But if there is a spiritual practice that you are taking for a generic purpose, okay, like for example, for my overall spiritual and material progress, or for the blessings of the god, okay, most of us practitioners who are like serious practitioners who wants to kind of pick up any kind of spiritual practice in order to gain spiritual progress, they would take up these kind of generic, um, and I'm talking about beginners only, I'm not talking about some advanced level of sadhaks, okay, who have already surpassed certain things and have then done their purushacharan and all of that, and they have, kind of already passed milestones in their spiritual journey. I'm talking about people who are normal like you and me. Hmm. Now, in a situation like this, why suddenly some people face difficulties? Now, the main reason for that is, first of all, understand your sankalpa. You are doing a sadhana for a material or spiritual progress. Okay, material and spiritual progress, or spiritual progress alone. Sometimes we do not take a sankalpa, but keep on doing a sadhana, uh, which also triggers certain kind of changes in our system. First of all, understand that any kind of changes in your system, which your body and your system is used to being in a particular manner. It's like going to the gym, and the first day and the second day and the third day you do your cardio, you do your triceps, biceps, whatever, various kind of exercises, and your body will start aching because you are not used to utilizing those muscles. Okay, similarly, you are not used to utilizing your spiritual muscles, and therefore those muscles are aching now. So that is point number 1. The second point is that when you aim for a spiritual progress, okay, now a spiritual progress is primarily happens to a person is by cutting the current bondages of karma, that is pulling that particular practitioner back, or burdening him or her with karmic burdens, which kind of pulls that practitioner down, and makes him live the life that he is or she is living. Now, in a situation like this, when you have picked up a certain kind of sadhana, the karmas are going to get cut. And when the karmas are getting cut, it is not necessarily a happy situation. Okay. So what you have done is you have triggered those cutting of the karmas, which was supposed to happen perhaps, or not happen perhaps. Okay. Uh, Over a period of time. So what you have done is you have triggered those cutting of the karmas. In a situation like this, you could face some kind of difficulties. For many people, it just goes on smooth, but I am 110% sure not everybody, everybody faces some or the other kind of challenges. Okay, uh, whenever they have picked up a sadhana, and this could be very mild kind of challenges, or also which could be a even bold kind of challenges. So and if you have not faced any kind of challenges, then well, that's good. Or maybe in a certain other kind of sadhana which you pick up at a later stage, you might face challenges. Okay, so now coming to the part where, now what is to be done in a situation like this when there is a onslaught of challenges happening. So first of all, understand that let the dust settle. If your mind gets confused in a situation like this, take a pause. Take a pause. If you have done a sankalpa of, say, for example, 40 days or 20 days, complete that sankalpa. Pray to the god to whom you have you were propitiating, and ask for that god's forgiveness in case there are being any mistakes which are happening in that particular sadhana. I'm sure the DT will show you the way. I am 100% sure that the DT will show you the way. I may not believe in human beings, but I believe in DTs. Okay, so the DT will show you the way, or the DT will point you out as to what is going wrong. Okay, some from somewhere you will get a sign that this was going wrong. Okay, you might even get a tweet from someone. So with social media, I think even the astral beings are the ethereal beings also take help of social media and pass us information. You may get to know that, you correct that part, do that, complete that sadhana, And then the one of the best things, best point is that you continue doing your sadhana, and if at all you are getting highly confused, it's a finish your sadhana, take a break, pause, and understand why what has happened, and then you kind of continue doing your sadhana. See, please understand one thing. If you have aimed for spiritual progress, then all these mundane things that happen to you, you should not get bothered with it. Okay, yes, on one hand you want spiritual progress, on the other hand, if your mundane life is not going well, then you may face difficulty. So therefore there is a lot that you have to also understand about working on yourself. A practitioner's life is not easy. There are a lot of challenges, and one of the main thing that a spiritual seeker has to do is to work on your own self. You have to build your character, you have to build strength in your character, and not get swayed and dissuaded with all that is happening around you. So I guess I have tried as much to answer this question. Has these kind of things happened to me? Many times. I picked up a Kali sadhana once, and everything started going wrong in my life. In the sense, wrong. I started. There used to be a lot of fights, lot of quarrels, and then one of the uh, rahasyas of Kali I was reading, and there was that she is or her description is that she is also Kalha Priya, which means she likes chaotic things. Okay, she thrives in chaos. Okay, she is one of the energies of chaos. They say that in the beginning there was chaos. If I speak about Kali, I think I will just go deeper and deeper. So let me just come back. Okay, so uh, so when I understood that she is a Kalapriya, I understood that was the energy which I was kind of triggering, and that was, and now I am not able to deal with that energy. What do I do? So then don't pick up a sadhana which you cannot deal with. Okay, so you have to first make yourself resilient and strong and all of that enough in order to do these kind of sadhanas. Point number one. Point number two, whichever deity you are doing a sadhana about, I would feel that you first of all understand what you're doing. It's like this, yeah. I'm sorry, I said yeah. Okay, anyway, it's like this, that आपको कोई चीज़ पसंद आ रही है, आपको वो करना है, तो आपको उसके बारे में जानना है. आपको कोई, you like a person, say for example, you will try and find out what is her interest, what does she like, what she doesn't like, what kind of a person she is, all of that, right? So similarly, when you pick up a sadhana, you first of all, whether it is an Agni sadhana that you have picked up, or a Tarpana sadhana that you have picked up, or a Daiva sadhana which you have picked up via Agni or Mantra Jap, you have to understand also the part of of studying, of the theory part of it before getting on to the practical. Okay, so start the theory, read the theory part, understand the devata, at least a little bit you will understand, okay, of that devata, uh, and then see whether you are resonating with that devata, and then pick up that sadhana and go about doing that. So very important, first of all, point number one, don't get dissuaded, don't get confused. If you are getting dissuaded or confused, finish your sadhana, ask for forgiveness while you're doing your sadhana, and ask for a way to be shown if there are any mistakes being done. 110% guaranteed you will be shown if there are any mistakes you are doing. If not, complete your sadhana. If you are thinking that I will take a break in the sadhana, if it is a sankalpit sadhana, I would request you not to take any breaks when you are doing a sankalpit sadhana. But later on, you can pause, reflect upon, and then if there is a second time you want to repeat the sadhana, then be very careful as to what you are getting into. Point number one. Point number two is that every sadhana will cut your karmas. Okay, for even if it is benefit oriented, goal oriented, it will want to cut your karmas in order to get that goal in a specific period of time. In a situation like this, there is exchange of energies which happen, and the energy systems will undergo change is not necessarily always comfortable, even if it is for your good. Okay. Third thing, understand very well as to which deity, understand the deities whose sadhana you're doing, understand the medium with what you're doing the sadhana, and then embark upon. Theory is also as important as practical, so do your studies very well. So these are the two three things that I wanted to talk to you all about. I hope I've been able to answer all of you people's queries. um, I hope I have not missed out on anything. If I have missed out on anything, then please write in the comment section, and I will be if I am able to answer those, I will answer those. I hope you have a great sadhana. Om Namah Shivaya.